Hey everyone, I hope you can hear me today. It's a new computer. Let me know if you can't. Of course, once I get it going, I'll keep going. Today's stability session focuses on the dear shoulders and the neck for a bit of space and freedom. So again, it's a class for all levels. We'll be working on upper body strength, focusing on alignment. It's the one-on-one alignment for shoulders. What you're going to need today is a cushion, 2 blocks. We won't be using them for support, we'll be using them as markers. So instead of blocks, anything square that can stand on the ground. Not necessarily square, we can use like 2 glasses, 2 cups, anything. You'll see what we're going to use them for. So you don't need to lean your weight onto them, not at all. Water and a towel because it's going to get sweaty. I'm not joking. Now, we're going to start with the standing centering, checking to see if we remember it's week 4, what we learned in week 1, 2, and 3. So, the 4 corners of the feet, taking the toes off the mat, lifting them towards the body, feeling the fascia, the network underneath our feet in our soles get contracted, activating the arches, planting the big toe, planting the baby toe, letting the other toes in between be free, saying hi to them if it's the first time we see them today, taking the heels out a little bit, planting them firmly on the mat, checking that we have the outside of the heel, the inside of the heel, and the middle of the heel planted. So I know it takes a lot of effort and discipline, but we have to do it. It's our roots. Once the feet are firmly planted, pressing through the heels, pressing to the big toe and the baby toe, activating the tripod of stability, lifting through the arches, lifting through the ankles, feeling the tone in the back of the calf, the front, in the shin, bending the knees a little bit, feeling the thighs wake up, bringing the tailbone in slightly, just ever so slightly until we feel the pelvic floor kick in. And if we put 2 fingers right here, halfway between the pubic bone and the navel, we'll feel some slight toe. That means the pelvic floor and the lower abdominals are working and the lower back is nicely extended, not compressing, not sticking out like a duck. Now, working our way up by breath this time. Breathing into the abdomen, the rib cage, sides, front and back. Imagine you try to puff up your t-shirt. As the rib cage expands, the shoulders, our number 1 focus today, will have a bit more space. So play a little bit with that space, in that space, and around that space. Now, bring the tops of the fingers onto the shoulders and allow a gentle sway to come into the body. So keep the fingers on the shoulders and gently start swaying around the 4 corners of the feet. You can close your eyes and just take a deep inhale into the belly, the rib cage, the chest, and the throat. Feel the shoulders go up. You literally can feel them because your fingers are resting onto them. The fingers are lifted. And then exhale. With a sigh, let it all out. So we're centering today. We're drawing awareness to the physical part that we're going to look at, but we're also doing that with our breath. I'm going to give you time to do it because it takes attention, it takes presence, and also it takes your watching and your listening abilities. That's our mental focus. So breathe in, allow the breath to be deep and slow as slow as it feels naturally so. And then let the sigh come out from the bottom of the belly, the rib cage, the chest, the bottom of your being. Let it all go. Feel the shoulders move slightly up on the inhale and down on the exhale. And as you're swaying around the center of gravity, you notice how the lifting of the shoulders organically integrates in the body's movement. You might feel the need to do something at the beginning, but then as you just draw your awareness to the breath, you notice it takes over. After a couple of shoulders rotations where you've lifted and you've dropped the shoulders, allow the hands to come beside the body. Open the eyes of the elbows towards me. Stretch the fingers, spread them out slightly. Allow the palms to mirror the tone in the feet. Keep the same focus. Scanning the body from the ground up. Noticing what draws the watcher to see, what draws the listener to hear. On the inhale, as you open the rib cage, you notice that the shoulders move slightly out and up, and that gives a little bit of space to the neck to lengthen upwards. Again, if you want to feel it with your fingers, it's really handy, especially at the beginning of alignment, to touch your body, to feel how it moves. Bring the index fingers and the middle fingers at the base of your skull, where you've got the dimples on the neck. Breathe in, and on the exhale, lengthen the neck up. You will notice you might have to dip the chin a little bit, but don't focus on the dipping of the chin first. Focus on what you need to do to lift the head up. And I'll give you 2 breaths or 3 breaths, depending on how long your breath is, just to focus on that lengthening of the neck sensation. And again, feel free to play with it. It might not be something that shows itself up, especially if you're quite tight in the shoulders. And now you can open the eyes. Inhale, bring the palms up. Exhale, side them down and let the shoulders drop. Imagine coming home after a long journey, putting down the suitcases in the hallway, feeling the lightness. And another inhale, and then sigh it all out. Let it all go. Let the shoulders drop their weight. And another inhale. The beautiful power of the sighing, letting go. That's our mental focus. Now, meet me at the top of the mat for the sun salutations. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the palms up to the thighs. Halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bring the palms down. Step the right foot back. Inhale, lift up in high lunge. Exhale, palms down on the mat. Step the right foot back in high plank. You're still in the exhale, knees down. Take the hip bones back. Inhale, slide forward in baby cobra. Thighs active, front of the feet active. Forehead down. Inhale, come up in table, curl the toes, lift up in down dog. Lift the right leg up. Exhale, bring it in between the palms. Press down through the front foot, press down through the back front pad of the foot. Activate the thighs. Remember what we learned about the kneecaps. Bring a lot of attention there. And breathe in. Salute the sun. Beautiful sunshine today. Days 1, 2, 3 of summer coming up. Bring the palms down to the mat. Exhale, bring the left foot to meet the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward, fold forward. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Inhale, come up into high lunge. Breathe in, check in with your stability. The ground, the thighs opening outwards, tailbone is stopped, breastbone is in, shoulders are open. Inhale, exhale, palms down, right foot back, high plank. Eyes of the elbows towards the front of the mat. Tailbone is stopped. You can control the intensity of the plank with the hip bones. The higher they are, the easier it is. Inhale, exhale, knees down, hip bones back. Nice stretch here. Slide forward, inhale into baby cobra. Don't force it yet. Activate your core by pressing the lower abdominals down on the mat and the pubic bone. Pelvic floor feels active. Forehead down. Exhale. Still exhaling. Up, in, down, down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring it in between the palms and lift up in high lunge. We're doing high lunges today in sun salutations just to check our stability. How stable do we feel? Exhale, bring the palms down, step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Extended mountain pose. Inhale, in Tadasana. Exhale, bring the palms in a T. Imagine somebody is lifting you from the armpits, keeping you, holding you from the armpits. Extend from the armpits along the arms through to the index fingers. Bend the knees a little bit. Allow a gentle sway to start, activating the muscles of the legs, drawing the pelvis slightly forward. And as you can see, I'm drawing slight circles with my index fingers. What I'm actually doing is I'm rotating in the ball and socket joint. Now this is a super pose to start our upper body routine, as it not only opens the shoulder joints, but it strengthens the ligaments around the ball and socket. Now, we've got to pay attention here to one thing: keeping the rib cage open and keeping the breastbone down. Now, keeping the breastbone down is the alignment. Keeping the rib cage open is the breath. You can extend all the fingers now, keep the rotations going. You can change the direction of the circle. Again, close the eyes and focus on all the wonderful sensations you might feel in the shoulder joint. And I'll tell you a secret, super secret, it's on YouTube Live. The slower you do it, the more sensations you will have. It's going to be an undeniable journey in that part of the body. You'll feel you have so much space. And at the end of the practice, I'll tell you why. Physically, why. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, bring the palms in cactus arms. You might feel it in the shoulders now, the muscles. You're like, oh, the muscles. Don't worry, micro moves today. we're gonna keep the power going. Now, bend the palms so that the heels of the palms are facing the ceiling. Inhale, open the rib cage and press up with the heels of the palms. Slow down the inhale, lengthen the spine. Imagine somebody is lifting you from the base. Again, you can use your fingers to touch your rib cage, lifting you from the rim of the rib cage up, keeping the breastbone down, so don't prop. This is propping. You're lifting upwards and then going backwards. Bring the palms up, facing each other. And again, this time, imagine you're holding a beach ball. You don't want to let it go. As a giant, I'm thinking about the name of the giant, John. So Giant John wants to take the ball from you. Don't let him. And if you've noticed, when I said Giant John wants to take the ball, my shoulders went, you're not taking my ball. So play with this micro move backwards, up, back, and down, bringing the shoulders onto the rib cage. We're going to stay here in mountain for another 3 breaths, playing with this backwards rotation. Shoulders go up, back, and down. Keep the tailbone in. So this is the step 1 of a back bend, opening the rib cage. But we need to pay attention. Let's not compress in the lower back. Tailbone is in, breastbone slightly down, activating the core, the muscles of the trunk for stability. And as we bring the breath awareness to keep the rib cage open, guess what? We're actually going deeper. I won't tell you now why. I'll tell you later. So play with this shoulder rotation. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Beautiful. Now, time to give the shoulders a break. Bring the palms in Anjali Mudra. Prayer position. Level the forearms with the shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Our wonderful squat is back. Extend the tailbone back and then slight tuck in the tailbone just to feel the pelvic floor. Shins go back so that you see your toes. Breathe in. Keep the palms in Anjali Mudra and then a gentle bounce on the 4 corners of the feet. Keeping the 4 corners active. Feeling the tone as it travels up through the front of the foot, into the shin, then the knees, the kneecaps take over, thighs are working. Now, as the tone travels upwards, don't disengage the lower back. The chair is a problematic one to send into the core. If we stick the bum out, there's no core connection. So bring the tailbone in until you feel the lower abdominals going strong. The pelvic floor, the bottom of our core, holding all the goodness in, feel it active. Again, we are lengthening the spine upwards. The shoulders stay open now. Let's work on extending the neck. And in this pose, you're not bearing any weight on the neck. You can take the chin to chest with engagement. So take the chin to chest and then extend the head forwards. Inhale into the back of the neck. To make sure the neck is free to move, We're keeping the heels of the palms pressing against each other, each of the fingers with intent. I always have to give credit to Bernie for this because I love this phrase. With intent. Press each of the fingers with intent. Press the forearms. Rotate the shoulders up, back and down, what we did previously. And then chin to chest to extend the back of the neck. And you should feel it run through the back of the scalp, down to the middle of the head, the front of the face, loads of nerve endings there. But again, don't panic if it doesn't happen. We're just working on body awareness in this course, so it might be the first time you've looked at this area. Inhale, and then exhale. Draw the chin up as if you're drawing a rainbow with the top of the chin. I have a prominent chin. Imagine the neck going forwards first and then upwards. And again, that should feel awesome on the muscles of the neck and the inside of the neck. Keep the bounce going in the thighs. Lower a little bit in the chair. Just because we're doing the shoulders and the neck, it doesn't mean we're not working on our beloved thighs. That's the beauty with yoga. It's always for the whole body. Breathe in, and then exhale, level the chin. Keep it nicely level. Inhale, and exhale, press up, bring the palms up. Inhale there, exhale, bring the palms, interlace the fingers. Open the shoulders, give yourself a nice shoulder shake, and then hug the elbows. Rotate the shoulders. I always have to look at them. So when I said we have to watch mentally, I really need it. Breathe in, exhale, step the right foot back about 60 centimeters, not too much. Keep the left knee bent, not over the ankles, behind it. Now, give yourself a nice shimmy, left and right, so that you feel the outside of the right foot firmly planted on the mat. Feel the outside of the left foot firmly planted on the mat. Now, imagine the thighs want to go towards each other. Feel the inner arches active. Rotate the thighs out. Feel the middle, the horizontal arches. When I said middle, I meant the inner arches, and then the middle, the median arch, the horizontal one. No need to get technical, but just imagine the foot going front, sideways, inwards. Activate all the parts of the foot, because we're going to need that stability. Rotate the thighs outward, level the hips, cowboy hips, boom, boom, towards the front of the mat. Keep the shoulders rotated, breastbone down. No propping like this, breastbone down, head level. Breathe in, exhale, look forward, extend the chin forward. Keep the front knee bent, keep the back leg nice and strong, lift through the kneecap and top. Inhale, exhale, look forward. Inhale again. Exhale, look forward. Stay there. Bring the chin to chest. Press through the back leg. Lift through the ankle, kneecap, thigh. Bring the right hip slightly forward, left hip slightly back. Extend the left knee slightly back. Inhale, and then exhale. Find a micro bounce in the left knee. We're slowly working on extending our hamstrings. You will see why. It feels good. Well, not considering today's particular lesson plan, it always feels good to stretch the hamstring and the glute. And we're doing so actively, as you can see. So we're micro moving, which means the fascia around the muscle is getting reorganized. Keep the tailbone in, look down underneath your eyebrows, and keep the shoulders open. Breathe in, and exhale, bring the hands to your hips if you have to do this, and step forward with the right foot. Whew, super hot. Now, again, hands on, then take them off, rotate the shoulders, front, up, back, down, not together. That's another super secret that I'll tell you about. So don't squeeze them together, keep them down. Let them be on the rib cage. Now, this time, again, hug the elbows. You can also go interlaced fingers like this if the hugging of the elbows feels too tight. Step the left foot back 90 centimeters. Left foot is 15 degrees sideways. Feet on railway tracks, cowboy hips, boom, boom. We've done that. Tailbone is slightly in, breastbone is down. So hips towards the rim of the rib cage, shoulders rotated. Breathe in, breathe into the belly, rib cage, chest and throat. And on the exhale, follow that extension in the spine. And only fold until the first exhale is finished. Then you stop, you take another inhale, you feel the space you're creating in the rib cage. And then you exhale, you look forward. You keep the chin slightly forward until the forward fold is complete. And exhale. And after the third one, you bring the chin to chest. You check your alignment. You bring the right hip slightly back, left hip slightly forward. We need level hips. Imagine if I'm going to balance a block on your tailbone, it should stay there. Turn the tailbone slightly in. And we're staying there in the one-legged forward fold, finding a micro bounce in the front knee. Bounce the knee back in its flexibility. So don't bounce it in its edge. Don't go, oh my God, I'm locked out and then I can't move. Don't do that. Wow, that's a new tone of voice from me. That's the smoker old lady in me speaking. So bounce back. Now, I want you to focus on going deeper with the extension in the rib cage, which reflects the space in the shoulders and the freedom in the neck. So that's where your awareness is. The bouncing of the knee keeps the body energized, and the breath keeps the body open. Breathe in and exhale, come out. Wonderful. Step the left foot back. Inhale, bring the palms up. Exhale, bring the palms to the mat. Take your cushion and take your blocks. Now you're going to need the cushion because we're going to stay in table for a while. I'm not going to use it. I'll just demonstrate how to use it underneath the knees. Don't really need it. But we'll be talking about the alignment in the upper body. Now starting to bear weight on the upper body. So extend the front of the feet down on the mat. Press down through the front feet. Press down to the shins. Knees and hips in line. Tailbone slightly tucked. Palms open, starfish fingers. Make sure you feel the weight distributed on the four corners of the palms, especially at the base of the fingers. Now, your index finger and your thumb are like the inner arch of the foot. Super important. Rotate the eyes of the elbows towards the front of the mat. If your elbows stick out, that means you're hypermobile. Put a bend in them. Take a wide stance in the arms if you have wide shoulders. Evaluate that by doing micro rotations. So bring the shoulders up to the ears and then rotate them back and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. There are 2 points that I want you to look at. Are you pressing the mat away from you with the palms? If the answer is yes, well done. The second one is, are you breathing wide into the rib cage? Now change direction. Bring them forward. It might be a little bit unfamiliar. I know it was so unfamiliar to me. Connect to the inner cat in you. I saw cats doing this so many times. They are unbelievable creatures. They have so much flexibility in their joints. That's because they practice. I'm joking now, but do this to develop your awareness of this particular joint. The bone of the shoulder goes into the socket of the shoulder blade. So that's the ball and socket we're rolling around. Beautiful. Now you should feel your arms getting a little bit tired. Give them a little bit of a sway. Left and right, right and left. Now take the blocks or anything that can rest upward on the mat. Place it where your arms were beforehand. We're going to need them as markers. And we're going to do Chaturanga step 1. Now, if you are new to the world of yoga and you don't have any clue what Chaturanga is, excellent. You are an innocent baby, still happy. I'm joking. Now, for the rest of us who do know the troubles and the effort that a Chaturanga takes, there we are. So, place the blocks behind your forearms. You can see that my forearms are straight. My palms are quite wide open because I have wide shoulders and I want to give them the space. Now, hips over the knees. Breathe in. Nice big rib cage. Tailbone is in. Exhale. Sway the body weight forward. You'll feel the body weight come into the knuckles. Take that weight. Don't fight it back into the wrist. Take it on the knuckles. Get the knuckles strong. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Keep the forearms like a pillar. Come up. Nice straight body. Inhale into the rib cage. Exhale, sway the body weight forward. Lower down. Press up. It's like a mini press up. Sway backwards. Do not drop the blocks. Don't drop the blocks. And I will tell you why after the practice because I don't want to interrupt it now. So sway forward, lower down, press up with the four corners of the palms. We're getting stronger. Our shoulder blades are stronger. Our chest is stronger. Inhale, 3 more. Now, you can go low if you want, but don't lose the openness and the integrity in the shoulders. If you look at the shoulders, they have to stay straight. Breathe in and exhale down. Come up. Was that the second one or the third one? Well, we're going to do another one. Inhale and exhale, sway the body weight forward. Activate the palms, press up And move the palms back. Ooh, thank God that is over. Now this is a bit for you to review and to practice, because chaturanga, full chaturanga is coming up, but we want to do that with open shoulders, not compressing. And the key is activating the pillar in the forearms, activating the rib cage by breath. Pillar is strong, rooted down, rib cage is opening, shoulders have their space and their stability. Boom, double whammy. Now, let's relax the shoulders before we go into our peak pose. So, we stay on the shins. Let's bring the left hand around the lower back, resting either on the outside of the hip or on the thigh. Breathe in, bring the right hand up. Exhale, run it across in a diagonal towards the left side, right here down. That should feel gorgeous. Breathe in, swap the hands around. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, diagonal line towards the left part of the face. Left side, not part. Towards the right. Inhale, swap them again. Right hand up. Exhale. It's like a threading of the needle, but it's a little bit more dynamic. And also it's done in a variation of child's pose where the lower back is releasing slightly after chaturanga. Breathe in, swap the hands around. You see the swapping of the hands, keep the other shoulder constantly open. Inhale up and exhale down. Breathe in, exhale back to the center in table. Now this time we've got heels, feet extended, knees underneath hips, tailbone is in, breastbone is towards the hip bones. Again, eyes of the elbows towards the front of the mat. Inhale, bring the right hand up. And again, imagine somebody is pulling you. It literally wants to move your body forward and you're pulling back. So play around with this move. Forward and then backwards. Forward and backwards. Forward and backwards. Imagine holding the shoulder blade backwards onto the rib cage. And then breathe into the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Keep pressing the hand backwards. Stay there. Inhale. Exhale, lift the left leg up. Tailbone is in. Breastbone is down. You're pressing down through the left hand, keeping the left shoulder open. Don't let it come down or forward. Keep the left shoulder open. Breathe in. And exhale, take the right hand towards the left foot. You don't need to grab them. Just giving them direction is enough. You're opening the chest. You're lengthening the thigh. You're strengthening the glute. So just doing this, super duper. Same benefits. If you have the flexibility, while keeping the tailbone in, breastbone down, to take the inside of the left foot and lift the leg up. Look forward. Great. You are in balancing table. Keep pressing with the thigh up. Keep pressing with the front of the right shin. Keep pressing the left hand. Don't turn around. Look forward. I can do that. I'm watching you. Breathe in and exhale. Left knee down. And you know what's going to happen now? We have to do the other side. Right palm down. Inhale. Again, you can arrange, that was a back bend, a heart opener, a balancing pose, so quite demanding. If you feel like you've compressed in the lower back, take the tailbone in. I'll be very graphic. Imagine a dog walking with the tail between the legs. That's a nice extension of the lower back. Right palm down underneath the shoulder, left palm up. And again, going forwards and then backwards. And forwards and backwards. And forwards and backwards. And then keep it backwards. Resist the pull forward. Keep the body open and connected, which is our theme today. Because I think I forgot to say it. Breathe in, exhale, right leg up. Now keep the toes towards the midline, hips level. Press down through the right hand. Open the eye of the elbow forward. Don't forget everything that we learned so far. Keep the right shoulder open. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the right knee. Bring the left hand towards it. Just staying here in this heart opener, balancing pose. Super duper. If you have a bit of flexibility, you grab the inside of the ankle, you lift, you push with the right leg into the left hand, you lift with the right side up, and you open the chest a little bit more. And then you look forward. You keep the hips level. You don't turn around to the left or to the right. You keep looking forward. Breathe in. And exhale, lower down. Well done, guys. Excellent. Now, onto the belly. Bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Forehead down. Pubic bone pressing into the mat. Thighs active. Front of the feet active. Inhale, come up, open the chest. Keep the elbows, keep the arms, keep the shoulders, keep the palms active, stretching backwards. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. If you press the pubic bone down, your lower back will be fine. Focus on lifting from the upper back. And exhale down. Now, this is the pose I've been waiting for all day, mainly because of the name, but also because of its pizzazz. The sailor cobra is in the house. So leave the left hand on the left hamstring. Breathe in. Bring the right hand up towards your forehead. Hello, sailor. And then back on the right hamstring. On the exhale. And then inhale. Left hand to the forehead. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. It's got a beautiful flow to it as well. So inhale, bring the right hand up to the forehead. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left hand to the forehead. Exhale, bring it down. And again, the slower you do it, the more beautiful the sensations around the arms. Now inhale, bring the right hand up, keep it there. Extend the heart, open the chest forwards. Press down with the whole abdomen and lead with the heart. Keep the shoulders back onto the rib cage. Resist the temptation of squeezing them together. Don't squeeze them together. Hold it there. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left hand to the left temple. Imagine you're saluting the sailors. Keep it up, lift up from the upper body. Upper back, chest are working, shoulders are working. The whole arm is engaged. All of the fingers are here. Breathe in and exhale, lower down. And then swoosh the palms forward. Middle fingers parallel to the edges of the mat. Slide them back until the forearms are like pillars. Inhale, lift up into a proud, majestic cobra. After all those sailor cobras, this is our maximum upper body strength. Inhale and exhale, forehead down. And inhale up again. Press the pubic bone down. Keep the shoulders open. Look at that. Are they open or are they forward? Keep them open. If they come forward, loop them back. And if they don't stay open, that means you're not breathing into the rib cage. So breathe them open. Engage the palms. Engage the forearms. Look forward. Extend the chin as much as you need to extend the back of the head. So no flopping the head back like this. Chin towards the chest, extending the back of the neck. Breathe in and exhale, forehead down, press up, cross the shins and come onto your sitting bones. Now, for this one, we're going to cross the shins at their middle point. Bring the palms up, breathe in. Extend the spine, press down through the sitting bones. Exhale, twist to the right. Take the left palm on the right knee and give the spine a good twist. Look towards the right. Inhale, bring the palms up. Exhale, left side, right palm on the left knee, opening across the shoulders. The right shoulder wants to come forward, bring it back. Still wants to go forward, breathe into the ribcage and twist. Bring the hands up. Exhale, bring the left palm onto the ground in line with the left hips and sitting bones. Take the right hand onto the left temple. Inhale and exhale, gently bend the neck towards the right. Now this is a micro move. Gently bend it. Allow a micro bounce in the neck, up and down. Now very delicate, very gentle moves. Imagine the space in between the vertebrae, slowly expanding. Breathe in, micro bend to the other side. Ooh, I heard, what do I call it? A click in there. Now, bring the right hand down in line with the right sitting bones. Left palm up. Exhale, bring the left palm on the right temple and gently bend the neck toward the left. And then allow a gentle bounce. Now the secret to this bend is As you might know it, as you might have heard, keep rooted. Wherever you are in a pose, keep rooted. That's how you start. When the sitting bones are rooted, tailbone is tucked, core is active, we can breathe with integrity into the belly, into the trunk, into the neck. And because we've got that integrity in the breath, we have that extension along the spine, which gives us the space to bend it. And inhale, come back. Now, this always feels very spacey. I literally feel tingles, like streams of tingles running across my scalp and my neck. Interlace the fingers at their base. Bring the palms at the back of the head. Breathe in, lift the head up, and then exhale, bring the head slightly down, pressing gently until you feel you are extending not just the back of the neck, the middle, the stretch goes down from the base of the neck to the middle of the rib cage. Now remember, you first have to extend the head up, so you're lengthening the muscles, and then you're stretching them. If we don't lengthen the muscles first, guess what? We haven't created the space in between the discs to allow for the stretch. Breathe in and then exhale, come back up. This time we're interlacing the fingers and bringing them to the base of the chin, bringing the elbows up, keeping the spine nice and straight. Inhale, press the sitting bones down and lengthen to the crown of the head. Exhale, extend the chin upwards with the front of the neck. And again, my voice will sound quite funny here. It's not just the front of the neck that's being stretched and released. I feel it running through the middle of my chest, stopping right where my ribs meet on the sternum. Don't worry if the stretch doesn't go that deep. You can do it with any other occasion, and you'll see the body awareness you've gained. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Now, take a chin dip a little bit. Counter moves always help balance the energetic effect of the poses. Bring the palms on the knees, close your eyes, and focus on the breath and the shoulders. We've come full circle. I want you to just breathe and slowly rotate the shoulders in their sockets, either from front to back or from back to front. But do so in tiny moves. So if you've normally rotated the shoulders in half a second, try to do that 4 times slower. Take each step at a time and notice what you find out en route to the shoulder rotation. You can move the palms on the knees to facilitate the rotation. Again, make any adjustments you need to make. Now you've started rotating the shoulders. Let them keep rotating. And focus your awareness on the breath. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the left, the right, the front and back of the rib cage. Feel how that gives the shoulders more width, more space laterally to rotate in. Breathe into the chest and feel how that lifts the collarbones. That's the inhale, creating more space in the rib cage, opening it up, but at the same time creating a space and a place for the shoulders to drop onto it. On the exhale, what you have to do is not give up that space. So try to keep the rib cage open and let the air out using the lungs as much as possible, and the rib cage stays engaged. Now inhale, look towards the right with the eyes closed. Exhale, bring the head back to center. Inhale, look towards the left. Exhale, bring back to center. Inhale, right again. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left again. Exhale, back to center. Now, with the minimum of effort, make yourselves comfortable for Shavasana. So take, I think it's warm enough. I don't think you guys need a blanket, but do take one if you feel you need one. Let your feet rest out, hip width apart, feet sideways. Bring the torso down on the mat. Lift the tailbone a little bit up. I always like to lift it a little bit up to rest the lower back on the mat. Then rotate the shoulders down. Bring the arms, 45 degrees by the side of the body. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. And at the top of the exhale, let it out to the side. And another inhale. And at the top of the inhale, Another side. And the last inhale, imagine you're putting it, giving it all the effort and all the tension and all the heaviness that you feel you've built up in the practice, and then let them go. The wonderful therapeutic benefits of the sigh. And then just turn your attention inwards. While you guys are resting there, I'll guide you into your breathing meditation. Scan the body from the tops of the toes to the top of the head. Let the feet rest out. Let the calves rest out. Let the knees rest out. The thighs, the hips, the lower belly, the pelvic floor, the glutes. Relax the torso, the rib cage like an accordion. Let the heart rest out in your chest. Let the lungs rest out. Relax the arms, the hands, each of the fingers, pinkies, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb, all the fingers, all the hand. Relax the shoulders, shoulder blades down on the mat, front of the shoulders drawing down. Relax the collarbones, back of the neck, front of the neck, back of the head, the scalp. Let the skin on the face rest, the eyes in their sockets, the eyebrows, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the tongue in the mouth, the jaw. Let the whole body rest. No need to do anything. No need to make it happen. The body knows what to do to come to stillness. Don't be in your body's way. Let it do so. It's its moment of regeneration. Its moment of tranquility. Its moment of motionless rest. As the belly rests in stillness, draw your awareness to the breath and notice how the breath rests in motion. Imagine the inhale, visualize it flowing into the body as relaxed as possible. A soft, slow inhale, gently touching the inner body as if not to wake it up. Just flowing quietly, softly, gently. And then the exhale, a sweet natural release from the inner body. Again, letting go of anything that's no longer necessary. Allow yourselves to watch and to listen. The openness in the inner space, how versatile it is, how responsive it is, how soft it is, and then the release in the inner space, how natural the release is. And again, don't put yourself in the way of the release. The body knows how to release itself. The breath knows how to release itself. Just watch them doing so. Visualize your whole rib cage in the shape of a dandelion, puffed up, full of tiny particles that are white and light, just beautifully open and perfect in its unity. Each of the ribs, each of the muscles in the trunk and the whole body, feeling like they are the particles, the parts of the beautiful dandelion flower. As you breathe in, just like the flower, they open up. As you breathe out, imagine each of them tiny particles, tiny umbrellas, weightless, white and light, floating up in the atmosphere. It's a natural process of letting go. Visualize the letting go in your body, just the way the tiny particles of the dandelion flower float up and they're released. With each inhale, let the inner body open up. With each exhale, let a particle grow. Let them go. Those can be tensions in the muscles. Those can be different tingles or energy sensations you might feel. Or they can be thoughts, ideas, sensations that come to you. Associate the exhale to letting go. Letting go is as natural as the body's instinct to rest, as the breath's instinct to flow. Again, don't be in its way. Don't fight it. Stand back and let it happen. Whatever you do, wherever you go, bring this awareness with you. Bring this watching and this listening with you. Never let go of this sense of presence. And with the same sense of presence, gently breathe into your fingers and your toes, arms and legs. Bring them gently to movement. Give the body a nice stretch. Bring the knees to chest. Give them a kiss. A lot of good work. And the shoulders. Give them big kisses. Self-love is the start of love. Bring the palms on the face. Gently give it a nice massage. Open the eyes. And meet me in easy cross-legged. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Let me know how it feels. I always feel the effects of the meditation and it takes me a while, so I'll give you guys time to savor it. You can join me in my little prayer. May all beings know freedom, may all beings know light, and may all beings know love. Namaste. I bow to you, wonderful people. Thank you. Now, I'll say my hellos, and then I'll tell you about today's practice, about the wonder and the miracle that are our shoulders, and how they fit into the connected system that is our body. And then if you have any questions about either today's practice or general questions that you've had in your practice with regards to the shoulders and the neck today, but it can be any other part of the body if it's crossed your mind. So, hellos, mini presentation, and then questions. Wow, I can't believe how late I am. I really got carried away in that meditation. I'm sorry about that. Um, Anna, Anne, Maureen, and Marilu, and Janet. Mwah! Hello. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I know that it might have been quite intense in terms of upper body strength, but this is what we're working on. So you noticed that there were classes in our beginners course that focused a bit more on the legs, the lower body, then the core and the shoulders, the upper body, chest, upper back and shoulders. So let me know how you got on. If you have any questions, you can send in the questions anytime. Just feel free to do so. Like I keep saying that because I want to restate it. Now, about today's practice. Today's practice was the introduction to shoulder awareness, shoulder and neck awareness. And I'm gonna talk to you from 3 points of view. The first one is, what is our general problem with the shoulders? The second one is, what are the solutions? And the third one is, what is the impact? Well, the general problem, you might say, is, oh, I'm working on the computer, or I'm hunching, I'm slouching, or I carry my bag in a particular way. Is that really the problem? Because people work on the computer all the time. People carry their bags all the time. What's really lacking there? And the answer is body awareness and breath awareness. And it sounds complicated. It's not. But what it is a practice of discipline. So the body awareness is literally checking the body from the root up, whether that root is the feet when we're standing or walking, or whether the root is the sitting bones when we're sitting, checking to see if we've got the alignment straight. Because the problem is not in the shoulders. The problem is we've broken the line of connection, the line of force along our spine, and we're slouching not in the shoulders. We're slouching actually in our spine, which is a lot more serious than the shoulders. So, if we address body awareness, we check in with each part of the body from the root up. The second one is breath awareness. We have 3 parts to our lungs, 3 lobes. And the full breath involves breathing into the belly, the rib cage, sides, front and back, the chest and the throat. How aware are we that we do that? How aware are we when we do that? So again, we are not just misaligning the body, we are actually not aware of the body and not aware of the breath. That's where the problem really is. And that's how this beginner's course takes you through body awareness and breath awareness step by step. And it's not useful just on the mat, because 1 hour of correction doesn't stop 8 hours of misalignment, or doesn't fix 8 hours of misalignment. We have to do that each and every moment of our day. And again, it's discipline, it's commitment, but at the same time, it's just like any other healthy habit. You do it for a while, you really push yourself, and then you find yourself doing it just because it's good for you. And the body knows what's good for it. Again, we shouldn't be in its way. But we need the commitment and we need the discipline to do that first. Now, what are the practical solutions to our problem? Well, the first solution is, we've done it in today's practice, micro moves. Micro moves not just in the body, but also in the breath. How do micro micro moves work in the body? Well, first we align by micro moves. We check the toes, we check the heels, we check the knees, we check the hips, we check the tailbone. So we're making small adjustments. Then, as our awareness travels up, we don't just loop the shoulders back. Done. I'm ready. We pay attention to each of the steps in their rotation. And by doing so, what we're actually getting is awareness of the region, but also it's a good workout for the muscles and the ligaments. So it's a double benefit for us. Then the micro moves in the breath, slowing down the breath. And you've noticed that I brought that in after the first week. And it's something that we'll keep on working on, because it's not, it takes discipline, it takes commitment, it takes practice. So again, doing this, yeah, it's opened up my rib cage, feels good, not great, but good. But how aware am I when I do this? How long does that awareness last when I do this? It lasts as long as the move. If I do it slowly, I practice that awareness for a longer time. So what I want you to keep in mind from the micro moves, is they help us lengthen the time of awareness, both physical and energetic. The second solution is, of course, coordinating breath and movement. And if we use the micro moves, this coordination will come more naturally. We will have we will get a feel of both of them working together at the same time. So it won't be forced coordination. It will come naturally. And the third solution is, and this one is especially for the practice, because I know at the beginning, people love to rush into the poses. And I've seen a lot of flows or a lot of classes that do weight bearing on the shoulders without actually focusing on alignment. So the pose serves us. The pose is a means for us to get into our body, to explore our body, to strengthen our body, to connect to it, to listen to it, to watch it. We are not doing the pose for the shape. So if people want to rush into chaturanga, for example, today we practiced the mini chaturanga in table. It felt strong. I felt it strong. It felt engaging. It actually felt strengthening on my chest, on my back, but at the same time, it didn't feel restrictive. It didn't feel compressing. It didn't feel collapsing, defeating, which is how I practiced chaturanga first when I started. I'm speaking from my own experience. I rushed straight into it, and then I was like, oh, why do I feel this pain in here? Don't jump into a pose if you don't have the correct engaged alignment, if you don't feel the line of force working for you, because that means you're prone to injury and you're prone to compression. And it's not the road to strength. Why is this so relevant? Why do we have to fix this? Well, remember last week we worked on the hips. The week before we worked on the knees. The week before we worked on the feet and the ankles. So we worked our way up. Here we are hitting the shoulders. In between the hips and the shoulders, the neck, we have the spine. So we've 4 lines of force, and the 5th one is the spine. If we keep the hips open, if we keep the shoulders open, guess what? all the discs in the spine will have more space to lengthen. And that's our goal. Engaging the muscles of the spine to extend it, to lengthen it, to have more space. And it is physical. It's a matter of of the integrity of the physical body, but it's also energetic. All the energy channels are not compressed, are not blocked, they're kept open. So by paying attention to each of the joints, these points where the lines of force come and meet the fifth, and in this case in the shoulders we have the two lines of force of the arms meeting the spine, and that reflects in the neck. We need to pay attention to keep them open. Even if we're doing weight-bearing poses, never closing them. That's why. So as you can see, it's vital. Now, I'll check to see if you guys have any questions. Now, let me check. Ideen, thank you as well. Anne, thank you as well. Erica, thanks. Thank you so much. Again, delighted you guys enjoyed it. It's great for me to plan these classes because they let me see the body from a new perspective. And I love putting them together to paint the journey from the beginning. So how do we actually start our progression on the mat, and why is that relevant both on the mat and in real life? And one more point, again connected to the body. We need to constantly review the body from the ground up. So whatever joint we want to keep open, we need to make sure that the roots are engaged. So that's where it all starts. It just crossed my mind because I know we've worked up the body, and I just wanted to bring it back to you. So if you feel like, oh, I want to go back to the hips, or I want to go back to the knees, feel free to go back to the previous courses. It's great to review them, and I do that in my planning as well. I want to build it up. Again, let me know how you've experienced the practice. If you have any questions, send them on to me. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to practice with you guys. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.